Good morning. Welcome back to Beautiful You. Thank you so much for putting up with my long absences. Hey, I want to ask you, I want to ask you if you think you have love in your heart. Do you feel it? When you look at something, does it make your heart like grow a little bit? We all have the God-given attribute of being able to have love in our hearts. We all do. He made us with the with that ingredient. Like, we don't not have it. We all have it. But it can be hidden or put far away, diminished. As time and life goes on, a lot of things can diminish it or make it seem smaller, or if you don't use it a lot, it's not as big. And there's just so many things in life, so many things that make us forget how to love, make us not think about loving. They make us angry instead. They make us hate or drive us that way. But don't let it, because one of the reasons why I feel so at peace, I think, a lot of the times, and it's not always, I have plenty of times where I'm scared, or not as much lately, but plenty of times where I'm scared, or all kinds of thoughts, but most of the time I feel love, because I've trained myself to stop judging people. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I'm saying I do it a lot less than I ever used to. And I'm able to catch myself when I'm doing it now. I think about it, and and if a thought comes into my head that's negative about somebody, even if I consider them to be a bad person, I still try to think of them with love instead, or at least not think of that person with the negative thoughts. And I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. It makes me to where every day when I get up, my heart swells with joy. Literally, I physically feel it, because I'm happy to just smell the air and see the beautiful sky and the beautiful trees. And everything in life is about perspective. So when I look through a lens of love at life, it makes this hard life so much better. And it brings me more peace and joy in my heart. And when I replace any thoughts of negativity with love and blessings, and thoughts of the things that I'm so grateful for, it makes a huge difference. So I really hope that you are able to start. It's just, you got to start. You have to start. You're the only one that can change it. So you have to say to yourself, I want to look at the world through the eyes of love. It's not our jobs to keep track of all the wrong people have done. It's really not. And when I stopped worrying about whether or not somebody was right or wrong, and take apart all their actions and determine whether or not that they did the right thing and they didn't do the right thing, I can never know. And all the while that I'm trying to figure it out, I'm actually judging that person. So when I stop doing that, because what's it going to matter anyways? I have no effect on that person. I cannot change that person. I cannot send that person to jail. I cannot get that person out of jail. I can't send that person to the death penalty, and I can't stop the death penalty from happening to a person. The only thing that I can do for other people is pray for them and be there for them if they need me. That's it. But neither of those two things are going to change anybody else. And whatever your judgment of them is, you're also not going to change them. So look at them with love. Look at them with love. Wake up every single day and look outside and be grateful that you see the sky and the trees. And I know I may make it sound really easy, and I know it's not that easy, but choosing to think about things with a light of love and gratitude makes a huge difference. So I really hope that you will look at others the way that you want to be perceived by people. Give people your love. You have an unlimited supply. You do. You're never going to run out. If you give all of your love, every bit of love that you could possibly give to your next door neighbor, and your next door neighbor turns out to be a pedophile, a murderer, a rapist, you still have plenty of love to give to others. And who knows why that person did that? I'm not saying it's okay to do that at all, but I'm saying that a person with love in their heart isn't going to go and commit those acts. And so how sad for that next door neighbor that he had the feelings in his heart that actually empowered him and motivated him to go do those things to somebody else. I mean, for me, it's very hard. It's very hard for me to even step on a bug and kill it. I hate doing it. I hate killing bugs, and every time I do, I ask for forgiveness. I know that sounds silly, but I do. So I can't imagine hurting another human, especially on purpose, with intent and motivation and thinking about it ahead of time. I can't imagine the kind of place that my heart would have to be in to be able to do those things. And so that makes me think that if the next door neighbor does those things, he must have a lot of darkness in his heart. And that's hard to live like that. That's hard to live like that. So I hope that you will take the words that are coming out of my mouth today and try and love people more, including yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to love yourself from the inside out. The outside shell is nothing but a shell that goes away in time. It sheds itself. It doesn't really matter. The inside is what's important. And if you love the inside, if you don't love the inside of yourself, figure out what it is you don't like and make changes. But I don't care if you're addicted to something, if you have bad habits, if you haven't developed good habits. I don't care about any of those things. You're still worth love. And if you can love yourself, then you can love others. But you do have to love yourself first. So I really hope that you will look at yourself in love and look at others in love and let love be what fills your heart, because it can make you very happy. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And please remember that you are beautiful, you.